What's up, Epic 7? Tristen Wulf here, bringing you another Epic 7 video, and Wretched Rose's reveal is tomorrow, but we got a sneak peek, guys. That's right. If you check out the Summon tab and you go over and look at the Mystic rotation, you can see with this little helmet down here, right here, you can see the current Mystic rotation. Well, you can look 6 days from now at the next lineup, and there she is, guys. Wretched Rose, 4-star light Soul Weaver unit. But here's the thing. Maybe you didn't know this. You click on her, it brings her up on the screen, and we can look at her skills. So let's check her skills out one by one, go over her kit, and see what we got heading our way. There's going to be a lot of questions to be answered still, so the reveal is going to show us some more details, but let's see what we got so far. First of all, her S1 skill, Hide in Shadows. It attacks the enemy by swinging a sword and has a 75% chance to grant stealth, and you can mola this up to 100% chance. So 100% chance to grant stealth to the caster for 1 turn. And if you soul burn it, she gets an extra turn. So 100% chance to stealth, and she gets an extra turn if you soul burn it. Now you're thinking, well, what does the extra turn do? She doesn't do anything with her debuff. There's no debuffs. She doesn't do a lot of damage. She's a soul weaver. So who cares about soul burning extra turns? Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Next, let's go to her S2, her passive, Aegis of Time. At the start of the battle, grants increased critical hit resistance to all allies for 2 turns, and upon dying, revives with 30, 40, 46, 50% health. So on dying, she comes back with half her health. So kind of like Arby without the CR push and without as much of a heal. And her passive grants critical hit resistance to everybody. So she's got built-in anti-crit, and she is able to self-revive. Next is her S3 skill, and this is where the magic is. If you weren't impressed so far, be ready. I know, it's a book. Let's go over it. Before enhancement, it's a 2-part S3. It's basically 2 S3s in one. The first thing you do is when you use her S3, it's going to grant the enhancement buff to her. And then when you use her S3 again, you'll get the second half of the skill after enhancement. So before enhancement, when you use her S3 for the first time and you grant yourself enhancement, well, sorry, you grant yourself solution, which is the enhancement buff. It should say before solution, little confusing. Before solution, before her enhanced buff goes on to her. Dispels all debuffs from all allies except the caster. So it's a full cleanse for your team, but not for Rose. Recovers the health before granting a barrier for 2 turns. So she's going to cleanse everybody, recover their health, and grants a barrier for 2 turns. The amount that she recovers for the team and the strength of the barrier is proportional to her max health. So you're going to want to have a lot of health on this unit, and it grants solution to the caster. Now, for those of you thinking, oh, well, she dispels everybody else but not herself, so surely you can use buff block. Sorry. Solution is a unique effect. It is not a debuff. It will just happen even if you're wearing buff block. You're going to have solution granted. There's no way to stop her from getting it. And solution decreases skill cooldown by 2 turns. 4 turns. This is a 7-turn skill, 6-turn, 5-turn, 4-turn skill. Once it's full molled, 4-turn skill. And when you use this for the first time, decreases skill cooldown by 2 turns, making it a 2-turn skill. Are you starting to understand the reason for the soul burn here? That's right. You start out the fight, you S3, 2-turn cooldown, you soul burn S1, 1-turn cooldown, you can go right into using the S3. So her rotation is S3, soul burn S1, S3. And when you S3, now that she's got solution, grants time reversal. We'll get into that in a minute. To all allies except for the caster. All allies, not the enemy, not herself, all the allies, except for the caster, grants a barrier proportional to her max health to all allies, again, except for the caster, for 2 turns. So what's this do? Time reversal. Returns to the state after the start of the battle. And applies only in PvP. Wow. So what's this mean? This means that if your allies are injured, injury gone. If your allies are stunned, stripped, don't have their S3s ready, have skills on cooldown, all that back to the start of the battle. And on top of at the start of the battle. It's actually better than at the start of the battle because they get a monster honking barrier on them too. So let's think about this for a minute. What does time reversal mean? It means you S3 and you have it ready to go. And then you're doing your fights, and when shit hits the fan, you just drop her S3 again. So you're going to want to run her fast and reset your whole ass team to start and regain control. Flip the fight on its nose and regain control. And if her skill is on cooldown, you soul burn the S1 first to take it off of cooldown, and then you can use the S3. So you pack some souls, which means she's probably going to be really good on Spotted Mouse Hair Tie or Bird's Eye, anything that's going to give you extra souls. So what does time reversal reset? Well, returns you to the state at the start of the battle. We're sure that this is going to reverse injury, for sure. For sure, it's going to cleanse any debuffs, negative effects, getting rid of unique effects. Like if you're wearing pickpocketing, that'll go away. Anything that could be a burden to your heroes, anything that wasn't there at the start is gone. Now, things we're going to find out tomorrow are really going to determine just how broken or fun Wretched Rose is, where on the spectrum she falls. Does time reversal undo death? The assumption is that it grants it to all allies, but the allies have to be present to have this effect granted to them, so that if they're dead, they don't come back. But if it does bring back the dead, that means this will reverse extinction too, making her effectively just better Blood Moon Haste. Is it going to reset your CR to the original position at the start of the battle? Now, that one is likely. Is it going to say no matter where you are on the CR bar, it'll start you back in the pole positions you were at the start of the battle, effectively taking some units that are out of order and putting them at the front of the CR bar with their skills ready to go so they can drop some bombs? That's possible too. We really don't know a lot, and tomorrow we're going to find out. With the demo of Wretched Rose, we're going to find out exactly how time reversal works, see it in action, and see, is this skill insanely broken or just really, really good? I'll show it to you here in live action. You can click the preview skill button. You'll notice she has given the anti-crit to everybody. When you S3, boop, now she gets the solution. This is the unique effect. This is when they're talking about before enhancement and after enhancement. The enhancement is solution. So before enhancement, the skill would have gone from a 4-turn, if molded 4-turn, it would have gone down to 2-turn. I would technically have gotten it down to 2-turn, and now it says 1 turn left. So I got 1 turn left. I can't S3 yet. It's demos, so there's no cooldowns, but theoretically in play I've gone from 4 turns. I use the skill, which takes me to 3 turns. I got 2 cooldowns, 2 turns, 1 turn. I got 1 turn left on this, so I soul burn the S1, giving me stealth, and now I'm at no turns. Now I can go straight into the S3 and I can use the big skill, time reversal, which resets everything. Now unfortunately your CR is locked in the test room. We can't see any change here. So I don't know if it's going to put these guys back to their original pole position, or my guy, I guess your allies, the only one that's in fact impacted. It didn't give me my souls back. So I had full bars of souls. So those of you who think it's going to give you the souls back from Tag's book, I think this is proof positive that it doesn't, because, hey, I just used the skill, and hey, I just used it again, and I did not get all of my souls back. So we know it's not going to restore Tagahale's book. So there are things from the start of the battle. I mean, it says returns to the state after the start of battle. It's not going to consider souls. That's the one thing we aren't able to check at this point in time, though, is does it impact the dead? Does it impact the extinct? Or is this just a way to get past injury and to perhaps reshuffle the CR bar? So we'll find out more tomorrow. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Are you excited for Wretched Rose? Do you think this kit is disgusting, insane, and broken? Do you think there are too many questions to be sure and we need to wait and see? Or do you think it looks like a fun, unique new set of tools? And I will tip my hat to Smilegate. They continue to impress me by coming up with new and unique mechanics that don't exist anywhere else in the game and are really going to change the way we play. So let's go Wretched Rose. We'll find out more tomorrow. Take care, Epic 7.